Welcome to the USCA American Rules National Championships, held at the National Croquet Center in West Palm Beach in October. We have Doug Grimsley playing blue and black, going to corner one with blue, handicap -3. Taking on David Ekstrom playing red and yellow with a handicap of -2. This is championship flight singles. Both of these guys did well in block play, and they're meeting now in the first round of one of the winners' brackets in a double elimination format. Red is on the stanchion, so Doug would like a better angle to either knock it out of the way or get through the hoop. He can put his ball on a 9-inch line centered on the hoop at 36 inches. His mallet head is 12 inches long, so he gets less than half a ball. If that were a 9-inch mallet, he could have put it on the end of it. I'm surprised he didn't get a little more aggressive with this, trying to knock red out of position and basically do an in-off, as in golf croquet. But all he wanted to do was make the hoop. David does it slightly differently, but I like that. And clearly, he doesn't want to knock red out of position. He just wants to make the hoop for sure. David checks corner one to see where he should put yellow, since blue has a rush to corner 4. Yellow's not going there. And he meant to get this out of bounds. It's just that the dew is slowing things down first thing in the morning. And since black now has a rush to hoop 2, that'll determine where red goes if it comes in. So red's going to corner 4, so that any croquet out by black would involve this massive 90-degree split shot that Doug's not going to take on this early in the game. Black's rush on blue to hoop 3 is pretty marginal, so we're just going to go to corner 3.
Take that shot.
Standard deadness board with the addition of clip position. Taking a pretty much free shot at blue. Even if he misses, it puts him where he wants to be anyway. Not by much. Doug Grimsley has been a star player in this game for decades. He has multiple national championships to his name, and his sense of humor is still intact.
Want me to make your film unusable?
One puerile gesture deserves another. My 7-year-old grandson's favorite palindrome.
We can still use that. It makes them better.
I should have warned Brian that Doug Grimsley doesn't need any encouragement. It's fun playing first thing in the morning when there's dew still on the grass, because then you can really tell for sure where balls went out of bounds. Black is for 3, blue is for 2. Our game is the stripe balls. The red solid ball comes in here in a second. And the difficulty in telling these two apart explains why every place else in the world they use first and second colors, not solids and stripes. Blue can easily fix this, so to take advantage of that, David's going to have to come now instead of setting a break for red and hoping black would still be there when he got to hoop 3. When players collide like this in the middle of a double bank game, the rule book says the player in the middle of a break gets precedence, but usually it's just common sense. The two of you figure out which set of maneuvers involves the least amount of marking and lifting, and you get on with it. Here it makes way more sense for David to stop. Let Steven take his one shot and get out of his way, then they both get on with their games. David would have preferred to put yellow over where he could have knocked black out of the hoop first and then rush blue back to his hoop. And now it's getting interesting, because to get black a long way away, he'd have to push him south toward hoop 4 and give him the hoop. And since he's not going to get a break out of this, giving him the hoop is not ideal. But he does need to get him out of that hoop, otherwise he gives him a wiring lift.
Boat-tailed grackles.
What is it?
Boat-tailed grackles.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
I buy my document, my binoculars. I can't see that far. Yeah.
So all he really got out of that was 3-ball dead. because blue went right in the corner, he can mark it in on the north of the west boundary. He's going to put it on the west boundary, I guess making it harder for yellow to get out of there. If you put it on the north boundary, he might increase the chances of enticing red into knocking one of those balls out. He didn't need either one of those, and now because yellow's 3-ball dead, all he has to do is put a pioneer at blue's hoop. And had he put blue like a millimeter or two from yellow, he would have made this shot more difficult for David. It's about here that I should be able to say Doug ran a lovely break to the peg and cut out everything but the leave. Let's see if that happens. With red in perfect pioneer position at hoop 3, general practice probably would have been to rush black a little closer to corner 3 so that picking up yellow would be easier, as would leaving all 4 balls in the break and fitting the general practice of mounting your attack before you make your hoop. So instead of going to peg, he makes 2 hoops. Blue's clean, and keep in mind that blue is now for hoop 4. I'm pretty sure he's trying to get red out of bounds here, but even though the dew's pretty, it does slow things down. You use the boundary to hide in American rules and also to help line up rushes. But David doesn't need the boundary to line up a rush. That is an awesome shot. And here's a trade-off that comes up all the time. Black is sitting there in pioneer position at 3 for red to get a 3-ball break going. So does Doug get dead on black with blue to prevent that, or does he get out of bounds and see what happens? And now David has visions of going to peg. David Ekstrom has been on a tear the last 6 months. He did well in the Nationals, as you can see. About a month later, he got second place in the Masters. And a couple of weeks ago, I'm doing this in February of 2022, he won the Jones Invitational in Venice. He's into his 9th decade. I don't know how far, but this shows that age doesn't mean a lot in this game sometimes.
It takes long for it to start feeling warm out here.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Hoop 3 is problematic this early in the morning. Blues over on the east boundary and clean. The stripe board shows that David's already taken the one back clearance for yellow, which was 3-ball dead. He, of course, did not have to choose which ball to clear until the first shot of his next turn. Red is the ball that blue needs. So let's see how he gets it there. I'll bet he's looking at the blue solid clip on hoop 3 right here. And now, instead of a takeoff leaving red at what he thinks is blue's hoop, he would have done a roll shot, sending red to hoop 4 and going to yellow with black. So black's for the peg. He's dead on yellow, which plays next, and is clean because it's already been cleared because Doug made one back in this break. Blue is for hoop 4. I think because of the blue solid clip on hoop 3, he's leaving red as a pioneer for blue at hoop 3 instead of setting a leave for blue for hoop 4. But we finally got our lovely 3-ball break because David stuffed hoop 3 with red. Doug was able to take black from 3 to the peg and put himself in commanding position. And the boards are in agreement. Red is basically level with hoop 3, so this can hardly be classified as an unhittable leave. And David's shot at red makes sense. If David had figured out by now what was going on, he would be under no obligation to stop Doug from making this mistake. because there's no misinformation. The board and the stripe clips are correct. If a board keeper or the opponent had figured it out, they would stop him when he was about to take an unearned continuation shot right here. And this is the state to which the game will be restored when they do figure it out. Wait a minute. What's my clip doing on this hoop already? So they reconstruct what happened. Everything goes back to just before he took that unearned continuation shot. And Doug, instead of a break to the peg and winning the game in that turn, ends up 3-ball dead and breathes life back into David's game. And just to be complete, the limit of claims on correcting this situation is the first shot of David's next turn. So had Doug made a few more hoops and broken down, and then David took a shot without realizing what Doug had done, it would have been condoned. Everything interesting is happening at hoop 3 in this game. Now that he's roqueed at least 2 balls, Doug can try to get the overball clean by going through any hoop. And when he does make that hoop, he'll be clean on yellow and last dead on red. I know. I didn't believe it either.
They have a nice film of me starting a 3-ball break at the wrong hoop. It only cost me 3. Well, actually, it saved me. It's big.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. No, that's why I stopped the clock up there, because I knew it would take just a minute or two for me to reconstruct it. Actually, I didn't realize I was on the wrong hoop until I went down there and saw the clip sitting on top of 4. I said, whoops. I know a few people around the country and the world that would have just kept playing it. If somebody caught them, they'd say, oh, I just thought my clip was misplaced. Like your tripod.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. I had a cheap one. This is a Manfrotto. Russ told me I needed to get a new one.
This is
I had an old cheap. This is a flood head.
I'm a birder, so I go out and I've got a scope mainly for water birds because they're always so far away.
Oh, okay.
And I have the world's cheapest tripod, which was fine for a while until I tripped over a root or something out in the woods and fell on it and broke one of the legs off and kind of cobbled it back.
I don't know what they use. What they use in the cheap ones. Ball bearings or something. I don't know.
Who knows?
These are it's smooth. It transitions.
Oh, mine just barely works. I just have to move the whole tripod. And it's shaky and it falls apart every day in the car. And, I didn't think he'd get around.
He let him re-hit red because the board was wrong, I guess. Blue to play. Blue to play.
Oh my God. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That blue solid clip is wreaking havoc with Doug's understanding of the state of the game.
He still thinks that's his wicket for some reason.
Red gives yellow a rush to hoop 5.
Black passed.
Black doesn't even play. He needs to run that big clean. But I really want this game to get over with. I'm not sure. I think it's going to be doubles played today, but I could be wrong.
Blue is 3-ball dead, which means that yellow has what's called deadness rotation, and ordinarily he could park it in front of hoop 5. But black, the rover ball, is only last dead on red, and if he leaves yellow there, blue will just go to black. Black will come clean out yellow and get clean. Therefore, he has to try to make something else happen.
He's gonna run it again.
So that's the third time he's made hoop 3. Picked up the wrong clip and takes an unearned continuation shot. And when he figures it out and brings blue back, this will still be the state of the game.
Let's see if he notices when he puts it down here. Yep.
It's all I could do to keep myself from putting that emoji back on his head again.
He's got to put it back. Poor Doug.
Technically, David should have waited until Doug replaced blue before he took the shot with red. He's just setting up for hoop 3 with red, which is 3-ball dead in 4 hoop 3. But if he had hit blue accidentally, then it would have been turnover and replace the balls.
Recording a comedy of errors. You know, no, I'm the comedy of errors. Shot the wicket, the wrong wicket twice.
He said it to it
Made
twice.
it
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
And because it's so chaotic, just a reminder of the state of the game.
What was it by?
Yellow is down on points.
He makes 6 with red on this 2-ball break, and we'll pick him up about to take a shot at 1 back.
Sorry about that. I had to change the battery. It died on me. It came through 6 and he set up for 1 back.
That black ball is in the solid game. So red makes 5 hoops on a nice little 2-ball break. Stays clean. Blue, which was 3-ball dead, takes the 1 back clearance. Red and yellow are now only down by 4, and we have a game. And he's finally setting blue up for the correct hoop. Made 3 hoops with blue. He's clean. He's ahead by 7 hoops, so there's no need to attack to make David get dead coming after him.
Started running right quick.
Yeah, you got it right that last time.
Should have gone and attacked him. I figured he'd screw this out so far. Tighter hoops than yesterday. Finally set them properly. It's helpful. Oops. Later.
Yellow took the one back clearance, so the only deadness left is black, the rover ball, last dead on red.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No good shot on the hoop, and black, the rover ball, is not in a good place to hit partner and come break him up, so he'll take a chance and leave him out there for one turn.
Sorry about that. Black cornered.
I'm sorry, I don't know how much time is left, but he would never do this if they weren't awfully close to the end. Although that was so well done, maybe he would do it earlier in the game. It was a long takeoff to the attack, so he hits the danger ball first, or easier for me to remember, he hit first the ball he wants to leave behind. He probably put black a little farther away than he wanted because he wants to rotate it after he makes this hoop and send it to red, because that's the ball that red needs to make three back. Just barely. So he's cut the lead to 5, missed a real opportunity there to get a break to the peg with red going. Toward the end of the game, I like to add that last column of points scored.
Good.
David certainly has this lawn figured out.
Until
For not being in the corner. He wants to go through Rover to beat me.
It looks like his mallet is an Oakley Predator.
I hope you didn't take me.
nah, I'm recording Doug's game. Doug and Ekstrom.
He's so far away from blue now that he could easily have wired yellow from it using 4 back. Maybe he thought because he gave blue a double target at hoop 4, he shouldn't leave yellow out. Yellow is 3-ball dead and for 1 back, so he'll put it down there where it's on the line but has a line shot on its hoop. He looked at it, but Doug's not taking the bait of that double at hoop 4. 1, because he doesn't need to. And 2, because if he missed and hit the hoop, he would give red quite a break opportunity.
You made some great shots at that. Yeah, your easy approaches are not good.
He is a master of distance control. I don't know for sure, but I think red certainly could be the first ball in the last turns. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't take this shot. So this is probably yellow's last chance, so he's not going to set up because he won't get another shot. Doug Grimsley holds on to take David Ekstrom 16-19 in the first round of the winner's bracket number 1. Doug went on in the next round to lose to Stephen Morgan 22-21, and Morgan was an eventual semifinalist.